At around 9:50 a.m. this morning, President of the Public Service Union, Gerald Henry, and First Vice President Dean Flowers made their way onto the compound of the House of Culture in Belize City. A few minutes later, both Flowers and Henry would exit the compound on foot to greet union members who were picketing at the gate. That is where we had our first conversation with President Henry about the expectations for today's meetings. There are grumblings that a resolution is being reached at or you're approaching reaching a resolution. Is that in fact the case?
Well, I wouldn't be that optimistic. Although, like I told you the last time, that my blood type is B positive. But we are still hopeful that there can be some, medium ground that will be met. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. No, today we'll be sharing what our responses are from our both consultations that the two sides have been having, and we'll see where we go from there.
How long do you expect today's meeting to last?
Really and truly, to be realistic, I honestly think that we'll be going late again. Last time we only managed to reach to 2 points, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it will be a bit earlier, and we could accomplish something, solid today.
Trying to cover all 11 points in these meetings.
Yeah. So we have 9 left.
But those remaining 9 points were not discussed today. In fact, by 12:30 midday, the press was being informed that union reps were preparing to walk out the meeting and that an impromptu press conference would be held in the Yabra Green. But it was not until 2 p.m., 2 hours later, that those union leaders arrived. After a brief meeting with those members that were present, we learned of what transpired inside the meeting.
We have served the public service notice that we will take legal action where our people are being victimized. And because of the victimization that is happening with terminations and transfers, the talks this morning almost broke down. And that's why we didn't get forward, and I want to be clear on that. The talks this morning almost broke down because of the nonsense that was on TV last night, whereby people are being threatened. I'm pleased to report that under the good leadership of the 3 ministers there today, we were able to get their commitment that the victimization stops, and it stops now.
I want to speak to the fact that at no point in time there was never ever an offer on the table, a proposal that in fact nurses and frontline workers were to be exempted. That never came to us. So that for that statement to have been made by the Minister of Health and Wellness, only God knows where he got it from, because we could not reject something that never came to us. It never came to us. So I know I asked that question today to the ministerial team. Please tell me if I fell asleep in one of our meetings when in fact you made that offer. And they confirmed that that offer never came to that table.
Members of Parliament, these ministers, the Minister of Health and Wellness should have never ever said something like that. His words is destroying, or is causing to destroy a wonderful thing such as the labor movement in this country. He doesn't have a clue, obviously, of the discussions that are occurring within the confines of the House of Culture between the unions and the budget team from the government side. What he needs to do is to come back to the press, to you all, and make a public apology to the unions for his action. The Nurses Association is a new member, new affiliate to the National Trade Union Congress. And so when you say something like that, right away you cause this new organization, this new member to want to start to double think about their decision to join us.
While things got heated during today's meeting over reports of victimization and alleged erroneous public statements from parliamentarians, today's meeting ended with the joint unions sticking to their guns, where the 10% salary cut is concerned.
For now, what we did today was to insist on our membership position that they are not in agreement with the salary cut, and that was clearly put to the table, and so they are aware of that. So we ended the meeting at that point. They are going back to have their discussions, and then we will do the same.
Government made some new proposals. Of course, it's kind of hard to speak to that because we need to speak to our members before, in fact, we can share that. But there are new proposals on the table. But until it is, our members say yes, yay or nay, it would really not be fair to speak to that without getting to them first.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.